I'm Ron Wieringa. I'm the Environmental Services Manager with Clackamas Water Environment Services. Our mission at Clackamas Water Environment Services is to protect the health of people, the health of our community, and the health of watersheds. We are a wastewater and surface water utility in Clackamas County, and we have a duty to make sure that we're doing all we can do to protect the quality of water that people drink, the habitat for the threatened fish that are in our watersheds, as well as the overall health of watersheds. We had an opportunity to do something here that we normally don't get to do, and that's create a relatively large treatment system for stormwater. Carli Creek flows into the Clackamas River just downstream of this project, and the Clackamas River is a significant source of drinking water for this community. Nearly 400,000 people get their drinking water out of the Clackamas River, so this project plays a vital role in helping make sure that water is clean for the people that use it. So the first phase of the project was to build a stormwater conveyance system to get runoff down here. Once we had water here, we needed to provide treatment. The first part of treatment is a Forebay and detention cell where water that comes down to the site is held. It allows larger material to drop out, and it's stored and then metered into the treatment wetland cells. After the water goes through those treatment wetland cells, it drops into a backwater area that's actually connected to Carli Creek, where high flows from Carli Creek and the treated water from the wetland join, and they sit there and then slowly meter back out into Carli Creek as well. All of that does a great job removing pollutants like metals and sediment and treating bacteria, as well as reducing the peak flows to Carli Creek and most significantly reducing the volume of water that treats Carli Creek. The wetland itself is intended in particular areas to infiltrate runoff into the ground, as well as with the massive amount of plants out here get significant evapotranspiration, mainly in the summer and in the shoulder seasons, not as much in the winter, but overall we're reducing the amount of runoff hitting Carli Creek and the Clackamas River and reducing pollutants. The third part of the project really had to do with restoring the habitat in Carli Creek itself. The creek had been degraded over time, was experiencing significant erosion, and also had habitat impacts from the amount of runoff that was running through the creek. With funding from Portland General Electric's Clackamas Fund, PGE partnered with us to install wood structures to stabilize the channel, to lay back eroding banks, to put boulders and beaver analogs to help the creek sort of start to heal itself. And so the habitat from this point down into the confluence of the Clackamas River is much better than it was before and much more usable by fish. And we found listed species in Carli Creek, including some Chinook, some steelhead, as well as some non-native species as well. So we know they're here, and we know that if we can improve the habitat in the creek itself, that we can provide a really important refuge for them during high flow events in the Clackamas River. I think the most important thing for people to know is that regardless of whether they see it or not, they have a connection to the quality of water in our community. Their homes, their businesses, their cars, the roads they drive on, all of that is connected. And you can make a change and make a difference. That's the most important thing.